Extinguishers, they are everywhere. You'll find them in every place of businesses, nearly every place of residence, and even in many people's cars. Yet, while their presence is ubiquitous, knowledge of how they work and how to use them is not as common. Simply knowing where is will not help you safety but put out a fire. So you need to know the parts of a fire extinguisher and how they work. So to that end, this video will provide basic information about the parts of your fire extinguisher and how they work, so that should you ever have the need, you will be ready to use it. So the parts of a fire extinguisher. So while there are many different types of fire extinguishers: water, dry chemical, foam, clean agent, and etc. So for the most part, they have the same or very similar parts with which to operate them. So in general, regardless of the class of extinguisher and the type of extinguishing agent they may contain, so you can expect a fire extinguisher to have a cylindrical tank, the valve, the carry handle, operating lever, pull pin, tamper seal, pressure gauge, discharge hose, discharge nozzle, instruction label, monthly inspection tag, annual inspection tag, and extinguishing agent and propellant. So I am sorry for this video because I have no fire extinguisher. So each of these parts has a vital role to play, and some work together to perform one main function of the extinguisher. So the role of each part are first is the so while there are many separate parts, each part contributes to one of three main roles: storing, expelling, and informing. So the first part is the cylinder tank. So the tank of any fire extinguisher is responsible for storing the extinguishing agent and the propellant under the correct amount of pressure. So typically made of steel, even small tank can be surprisingly heavy. So the parts of fire extinguisher responsible for the act of expelling the extinguishing agent together are known as the valve assembly. These parts include the valve responsible for controlling the flow of the agent. So the next one is the carry handle. Simply that the handle allows for easy grasping, lifting, and etc. So there are lots of parts. So the next one is operating lever. So the lever is the metal piece that can be pressed or squeezed to operate the extinguisher. However, the operating lever will not be able to press, squeeze unless the pull pin has first been removed. So you need to remove first the pin before you will press or squeeze the extinguisher. So the next one is the pull pin, so also known as the locking pin. So that pin will lock the operating lock, so that the fire extinguisher will not operate. So you need to remove the pin, which is the pull pin, also known as the locking pin. This metal pin is inserted into the valve portion of the fire extinguisher and prevent accidental discharge. So the tamper seal, a plastic tamper seal is placed to keep the pull pin from falling out accidentally. So on and so forth. So discharge nozzle. So the nozzle is the hose conical end out of which the extinguishing agent disperses. So in addition to these functioning elements of a fire extinguisher, there is also the informative parts which include instruction label. All property operating fire extinguisher should have a label. So monthly inspection tag. This tag allows the owner or person responsible for the monthly inspection to record the date of monthly check as well as the initial of the individual who inspected it. So rules for the safe use of fire extinguisher. So when choosing to use a fire extinguisher to fight a fire, remember first to check that it is the correct class for the fire you are fighting. Only a class A rated extinguisher can be used when ordinary combustibles are involved. Only a class B rated extinguisher can be used when flammable liquids are involved, and only a class C rated extinguisher can be used when electrical equipment is involved. So if you have the correct extinguisher, then just remember the password. So the P is pull the pin, A is the aim the nozzle at the base of the fire from a safe distance. S is squeeze the lever to discharge the agent, and the last one is sweep the hose from side to side. So if you are in danger or being overwhelmed by the fire or trap, it is best to evacuate the building and leave fighting the fire to emergency responders. So that's all for tonight, and thank you.